In every job profile, when you will go for SAP consulting, you will find couple of questions related to testing, and particularly you will find more questions related to test script and UATs. So today we will discuss about the UAT, how to prepare the UATs, what are the contents are there. UAT nothing but user acceptance testing. But before coming to UAT, I will give you a brief idea about the unit testing. So there are two type of testings are there in every implementation project, or it is you can say part of your implementation. So when you will follow the activate methodology, so after let's say all your realize phase completed, and after development all the configurations everything done, then it is also responsibility of the consulting team or the development team, particularly the testing team. They will do the required testing. So again, testing we can segregate into mainly two type of, although there are other testings are there, performance testings and all, but mainly we'll find two testings are very popular. One testing is unit testing and another testing is user acceptance testings. Client is more concerned about the UATs or user acceptance testings, whereas unit testing is also important from the consultant point of view. So first let's understand what is this what is this unit testing first. So generally, as I said, in user acceptance testing, client is not involved. So that means only the development team is going to do their testing. For example, let's say I'm finance consultant and I'm both handling finance and controlling, and my stuff is done. Similarly, the logistic team, their stuff is done, and now we want to check internally. So uh, uh, this testing will be there in your development server but not in development client. Obviously the master configurations everything you will be there, you are going to do in the development client, but separately in the same server we have a separate client, and that we can use for unit testing. So this unit testing is conducted by the functional consultant. Again, multiple consultant, like I am going to do my testing, my stuff that is related to finance. So when I'm saying finance, automatically management accounting or CO part is also involved. So all the functional consultants, they are going to do their testings, all the steps they are going to follow. Basically the purpose is before inviting to the testing team or before going for the UATs, we will make sure that all our configurations are correct and all the bugs are already eliminated, so that when the process testing will be there or when UATs will be there, so that time less issues will be there. So that is why every consultants are involved in the unit testing. So it is our before finance solution or before deployment, we will make sure that all the configurations, everything from our end as a functional consultant, everything is working fine. So here you can also check your integrations part along with other team. But basically this testing is not reported from the customer point of view. So that's why I said that client is not involved in this testing. So each functional consultants are responsible for their stuff of testings and where they are working. That means if someone is working on the logistic, particularly procurement, so that person is going to do their testing. Okay, and the issues, everything should be reported. But this reporting is mainly to the development team project manager. So project manager will ensure that before inviting to the customers for the final testing or the user acceptance testing, all these things from our end, everything is final, everything is done. So that is our unit testing. So that's why you will not find much informations from the customer point of view or from your interview point of view related to unit testing, because interviewer is more concerned about the user acceptance testings or UATs, how good you are on that area. So now what is UAT or user acceptance testing? So user acceptance testing is a, you can say it's a process. It is a very simple process where we are going to do the testings with the systems with the users. So when I'm saying users, mainly you can say these are the key users. They are, maybe they are the core team members who are involved in the development. So when we are having the regular Scrum meetings, so these people are there. So we have given them the end user training, and now these people are going to do the testing. Maybe in this case customer maybe will ask that their core team member, they are going to do the testing, or maybe they can hire some testing team for the testing point of view. But basically they are more concerned, or they want like every process should be smoothly, it's tested and it's everything is working fine. So here customer is involved in a very detailed way in place of user testings. So then what is our role as a consultant, what we are going to do here? So the project team is not only focused on the testing system. And next question, where we are going to do the testing. So as you know that we have development client, so obviously in development client we did all the master configurations. Then unit testing point of view, we may have another client where we did the unit testing, so that means all the TRs are transported and there we are doing. But quality system should be there separately for the testing point of view. And in that system, so you are going to do the testing if you are responsible for the testing or you are leading the testing team. Sometimes you will find some jobs, purely testing jobs are there, and as a tester maybe you can start your career. So obviously this is low profile job when you will compare with the consulting point of view. But someone, let's say like initial stage, or let's say 1 or 2 year experience, it is no harm, you may start your career for a couple of months in a testing project also. So separately jobs are there for the testing, and in that case you are going to responsible for preparation of the test script, and I'm going to show you some sample test scripts and the documentation part. So basically in this UATs, or in this document, each process in detail it will be there, all the responsibilities, who are the person are going to involve here. So everything in detail it will be there. And the purpose is just, we when we are saying that we have configured the entire business process, like we have configured our cost of production calculation, so that means we will make sure that the cost of production in detail it is tested. So that means we have tested finance, we have tested controlling, we have tested we have tested PP. So everything, all departments are involved here, and finally when the cost run is executed, so successfully it is tested. End result maybe test will be successful or it will be failed. So if it is successful, then it is good. If it is failed, then it will be reported to the development team. So I'm assuming development team is different and consulting team, this testing team is different. So testers job is they are going to test it, and then after that it will be reported to the development team. Once again they will run, they will check their configuration and they will fix that issues. And once again it will be where they are going to check or where they are going to fix, again in the development system they are going to check, it will be transported to quality system, and in quality system once again the text as per the test script it will be tested, and finally if it is okay then we can go ahead. So like this all processes are covered in the UATs. Now when you will prepare the UATs, don't go for individual UIDs. Take the process. Like for example, if you are taking the P2P, the entire P2P process should be there in the test script, and all the details. That means when I'm saying P2P, it's not only P2P. P2P also having in detail accounts payable also. The all the finance related stuff. So that also good to add in that. So that in one test script, so it will be a, you can say 30-40 pages document will be there, so which you are going to prepare as a tester, or as a like a team lead for testing team as per your profile. So you need to prepare that test script, and as per that test script maybe one tester is going to do the testing, and here maybe customer is going to, like the core team members, they can test it. So that is the purpose of the user acceptance testing. So if I'm the process owner of the finance team, I'm going to accept it. It is configured as per the blueprint or whatever initially it was discussed. So as per that it is configured. So it's my confirmation that this testing is performed perfectly. So all the processes, everything flows, everything is working fine. So in a test script, you are going to include everything, all the master records, all the process, all the activities. So every step, assume that the tester who is going to do the testing, so I will show you now practically. So assume that the tester who is going to do the testing, these people are not technical people, they don't know anything, even they don't know how to log in. So each and every step should be included in your UATs. So now I'm going to show you some documents, so which will help you in your preparation point of view. Now the sample test script or the UATs can be anything. Like in old days, we are preparing our own format, but now as per the Activate methodology, SAP is guiding that SAP is suggesting you should use the standard templates for the UATs. So nowadays we are using standard template. Now this document you can see, this is a sample test script which I prepared. Okay, here no content, nothing is there. So real test script also I will show you. So basic informations you are going to add here, the project informations, okay, when this test script was prepared, the details, so everything you are going to fill here. Okay, so the versions, the date, who is going to do the testing, who are reviewer, so maybe the test script prepared by you and reviewed by the team lead. So everything it will be there in detail. Then some information about the project, then project overview. These are the standard formalities will be there, or the informations will be there. So now you can see here, if you will find, so user acceptance primary objective. So this primary objective is the user acceptance testing is conducted to ensure that it is going to satisfy the needs of the business, or need the purpose of the business, or purpose of the SAP implementation as specified in your functional requirement. That means whenever you prepare the required document or the blueprint and all, so as per the required, whatever initially it was promised to deliver, so as everything is prepared or everything is configured as per the initial requirement. Okay, and who is going to do the testing? So user acceptance testing, check this paragraph. So user acceptance testing will be conducted primarily by the end users, but it's not mandatory that users are going to do the testing. They are the owners of this particular process, but it may be like the subject matter experts, means from the business, like mostly will find the middle management, they are involved in this part. So users, and you will say that how they have the knowledge of SAP before this UATs or before this testing. It is our job as a consultant to give the proper end user training. So practically, if you'll say, maybe they will not do the testing their own, they will hire the testing team or the testers, but they will like very much interested to know that all this process is working. If I am the procurement management or manager, so I will make sure that all my processes are covered here, or in this testing it is everything is tested and everything is working fine. So that's why I said that it will be handled by the end users or the SMEs. So they are going to check that. So in detail, this document, if everything, what rights are required, what roles, who is going to perform this activity, so everything will be there in this particular document. So UAT progress will be reported based on the percentage or executed text cases, their activities. So in detail, it will be there. So that is the methodology. Then users will report these issues. When I'm saying that users, means I'm assuming that users are going to do the testing. So users are going to report these defects. That means, let's say we are preparing the GR. Suppose I am the tester and I'm preparing the GR. So I enter here my Migo in the screen, and right now I process it. So I got the GR document. So Migo is working fine. But simultaneously, when I checked my accounting document, so the inventory debit and GRR credit entry, I am not getting it. I can see the logistic document is perfectly there, but I'm getting a error, something, maybe account determination error or some error is there. So as a result, the accounting document is not there. So it is a defective item. So now in this case, you will say that when it was checked in the unit testing, and in unit testing it was perfectly there, then only we proceed with the user testings or UATs. Then how these errors are expected in this? Possible, maybe when we checked the TR not properly transported. So it can be anything, it may be any technical reason, or any, it may be a functional reason, but this test one is failed, or this test case is failed. So that is why I'm saying that if any defective items will be there, or if any defect to the business analyst is there, it will be reported to the development team. So once again, that means this Migo is not working, it will be reported as Migo is not working, because here we are not expecting the integrated document or the accounting document. So that is there. The next question, the environment where this UATs will be performed. So this will be performed in your test environment. Okay, so all the details you are going to give here. Let, for example, let's say our development client is 100. So obviously we are not going to do the testing there. Let's say our unit testing client is suppose 101. So this is testing environment, or which you are saying that quality system. So that means this testing will be performed in the quality system. And let's say this is client 200. So in the 200 client, its IP, all the details should be given in the detail. All this, like what rights are they, are the test who is going to do. So what if it is through the Fiori, then which Fiori applications we are going to use. So in detail, everything will be there. Okay, so that will, what data, so that means test in during testing, what type of data we are going to use. For example, let's say we are going to post a normal JB posting. So in JB posting, are you going to use a B50 transaction code? So that means it is on premises testing. But if it is cloud system, that means we are going to use the Fiori application, then this will not be used. So instead of that, we are going to use the Fury application. So that Fury application will be like, maybe you are going to use the post journal entry. So that particular application information should be there. Then what data we are going to use? So we are going to use here the GL master data. So that GL master data along with its GL number should be there. We are going to use the cost center. That cost center information should be there. We are going to use the profit center. That should be there. In detail, when you are going to perform the testing, before testing, in detail it need to be prepared so that with reference to this document, the tester is going to feed the data in the system, and the accordingly they are going to check the end result. So if everything is okay, test successful, otherwise it will be report to the development team. So that is the purpose of this particular testing. So that is in detail it is there, right? So it is not UATs, it is just for explanation purpose I prepared, but I will show you the UATs. Then that I explained. Then now next, coming to roles and responsibility, the person who is going to do the testing. So what are the roles, and like who is going to, so which team member is going to do the testing, which, what is the business analyst, or it's end user, super user, power user, what level of testing? For example, let's say we want to check bank master. Now bank master is not a end user testing, master data creation, it's a power user testing. So that test script should be different. So all the roles and responsibilities should be mentioned in detail. Okay, so that is in general. So team, all these informations will be there. Then coming to another important thing here, this one. Okay, so submitted by the business analyst or the business user. Okay, let's say test case is okay, so then it is okay. If it is failed, then it will be submitted by the business analyst, and it will be assigned to the responsible party. That means who is let's say Pradeep was involved in this development, so that means I am responsible for that. Worked by the development team and received by the development. This is a flow chart. So if any bugs are there or if any errors are there, so it will be reported like this. So it will be like received by the development team. So if it is okay, then checked by the verified the UATs. If it is okay, then closed by the project manager. Then once again it will be sent to the testing. That means the development work done, or we check that issue. Then we performed also unit testing before. Once again, like for example, Vigo is not working, so internally it was checked in unit testing once again. Then once again it will send to the UATs or for the user testing. Then it is fine. So verified by UATs. If it is no, if it is yes, then it will be closed by the team, means the testing team. If it is no, then once again the process will start. So until unless one particular process is not completed, this UAT will be open, or that particular application or the T code will be open, and it is need to be checked by the responsible person. Okay, so this, I hope you got now some idea what is this UATs. It's nothing but, you know, this concept, like you already configured a lot of things in the system, you already do the postings, everything, but that should be properly documented. And in interview, when the question will be there like how many UATs you have prepared, or what is user accept testing. So in your previous project, can you give some idea about the sample like the UATs you have prepared? So that means they want to know that whether actually you have tested anything, or the real project implementation experience is there or not. So that is why a lot of practical things questions will be there. So now I'm going to show you one UATs which we are preparing for the customer point of view. Now check this one. So this document is the standard document which we are preparing from the for customer point of view, and other informations I can't show you, but here you will find basically the roles, business roles, responsibilities are there, the authorizations informations are there. You just have a look into this part. So this is one testing related to a general postings or a JV posting. So what is information here? The steps, in detail steps should be there. So first step is log on to Fiori Launchpad. It's information, it's a step-by-step information is given to the user. So log on to SAP Fiori Launchpad. So I will log into the SAP Fiori Launchpad like this. So I just referred this document, and now, so who prepared this document? You prepared this document as developer, or maybe as the team lead for the testing team, because it's a consulting job, it is part of your implementation project. So I just checked it, and now I checked in the system. So I log into my SAP screens, right? It is there. Next, what is the next step? So for this instruction is there, log on to the SAP Fiori Launchpad as general ledger account. Then Launchpad available, displayed? Yes, it is displayed. So what I will enter here, it's pass, because I can see it. So whatever the authorization given to me, with that I got my launchpad and I can see the different applications. So that means this test case is pass. So done. Next one is access different applications. So I can access the application. Which application I am referring here? Post journal entries. So if I am the tester, so that means in my dashboard, the post journal entries, the application should be there. Now I don't know anything, as it is I'm going to enter in the system, and if I'm going to get, then that will be pass. So let's check that. So post journal entries. So again I will go to the system and here I will search it as it is, post. You can copy also. So I can see the application is there. So that means I can see it, I can access it. So this one is okay. So it is passed. So I can access the particular application. Click here. Check the next one. So then in the application, I'm going to add my header information. So in the header segment, I'm going to add here the required informations. So the date informations, then your posting date should be there. It should be current date, and that also exactly it is mentioned here. Okay, so the document type, that should be there. The company code, that should be there. Okay, so the currencies, so all these informations will be there. Now this one, this informations, if my profile is correctly created, then automatically it will come, or I need to enter this one. So these informations will be there in the header. If I'm going to get these, so that means result is pass. So each step by step should be mentioned by you when you are preparing the test script. So I can see this application is there. Okay, so now this date will be your current date. It was mentioned in the document, so that I entered. So posting date automatically coming. Then document type, that is also coming here. Company code, whatever it will be. Now this company code is coming because this one is set in my profile, so that is there. Then transaction currency INR. So that means header informations are readily available. Now coming to the line items. So in line items, you can see the other informations will be there, the GL account. And before this, if there is one GL account you are going to enter, so before this one tests in this particular test script, earlier also one test scenario should be there for the GL master creation. So that will be a super user or power user level testing, because GL master creation itself also that testing should be captured. So that should be there. So now if I'm going to do the testing, just for sample, I'm just going to post one. So here I will take one GL account, whatever it is mentioned in the document. So I'm going to take, because I don't know anything. Okay, so for example, let's say I will take this salary account here. Okay, and the amount something is there, that should be also should be there. Then next one will be my bank account for payment or payable, so that should be there. So I will take this bank account here, right? So this is my debit entry and this will be my credit account. So credit account entered. If I need more line items, so that information should be there. So everything whatever I'm doing here, it is everything as per the documents, right? So those informations are there, the required information will be there. So right, so entered all this. Now okay, bank information, house bank information, so I just entered anything, everything as per the document. Next I am going to post it. So the document should be 0. Okay, so here like I can see here one error is coming. Okay, although it is not there in the document, but in this I'm getting one error, and that error I need to check what is this particular error. So error is, as you know, I entered here the bank, so that means the bank information should be entered, right? So maybe this information's maybe I missed from the document, so because of that I am getting the error. Then that will not be captured as error. Error is something that whatever it was there in the information in the instruction, if it is entered everything perfectly, but end result is when I'm going to post it, so that error will be there. This is nothing but a data entry error, which is my mistake. That means being user or being the tester when I'm entering this one, so this is my error. So here I need to select my bank information, then only it will come. Okay, so this one was missed by me, so that I entered here. Now check again. Now one more information is there. So value date also I need to enter. So these are not error. Don't count these are error. It is my mistake because I have not entered this information. So clearing date should be there in the banking transaction. Now this document is okay, right? But then I am going to post. So after this posting, what I'm going to get here? So two result I'm going to get here. So as it is expenditure, so one this entry should be there in the cost center. So in the cost center report should be there, and as I posted, the GL report should be there. So if I'm going to get both the informations, so then my document is, and the document should be posted, so then everything is okay. So post. Okay, so all these informations are, it is accepted by the system, so I will enter here. So expected result, same, your should be mentioned, and it is pass. Okay, so enter the ledger document. It's just uncontinuation, it is there. The responsibilities, the provider informations, everything should be there. And what is before this, what is the prerequisite? This app should be there before doing these postings. So this authorization should be there. Okay, so which we tested, and I can see the document is posted. So that means this particular test result is correct. Okay, so now nothing new here. You know all these things, you know how to post a document, everything. Only thing is you should be systematically capture these informations in the test script as per the prescribed format will be there. A lot of the informations I could not share because it's client information, but in detail it should be there. Right, so this is how you can do various testings. And if you'll check this document, it is not only this is not, it's 29 pages document. It is not only for one transaction. So here multiple transactions will be posted as per this particular test script. And in end, we are going to see the assessment cycle. So for that also, this is there. So when you are going to preparing any UAT, so that includes end to end related to one process. So that user will confirm, yes, everything is as per the configurations are correct. But again, anything can be failed. So if any failed item, that will be reported. So this was one request by some viewer. So I thought like I will prepare this particular video so that it will help you. If you have any query related to this, or if you have any some new requirement or any questions, feel free to update me so that I will prepare one video for that. Thank you.